Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Here we go.
Let's go. This ain't the box like Austin King and he stinks.
Oh shit!
It's gone.
Good evening, A2D Radio, and welcome to another edition of In This Very Ring. And it is Premium Live Event Preview Night. It is time for our Backlash, WrestleMania Backlash Preview. I am, without a shadow of a doubt, the Commissioner. I am Ritz, and joining me as always, it is the man from Toasty Town himself, the man, the myth, the legend, the one they call Butters! Butters, what is going on, my dude?
What is up? What is up? What is up? It is going. It is going.
It is Free Comic Book Day as well, so Butters has been running around all day long, and we're not sure what kind of mental state Butters is in tonight, which always means a good thing for me, because I plan on screwing with him the entire day. Our show is brought to you by our friends at Alon Z Travel. Alon Z Travel specializing in creating the vacation of your dreams at Disney, Universal, or wherever your heart calls to you. Let Rachel, or myself, and the talented team of experts create a custom vacation for you. Make sure you tell them that In This Very Ring sent you. Alon Z, here we go. And it is WrestleMania Backlash time. We are 1 month removed from one of arguably the greatest WrestleManias of all time. And now we get the clusterfuck that is WrestleMania Backlash. Our topic of conversation is brought to you by our friends at Specialized Physical Therapy. Dr. Paul Vidal and his team. It is their two locations at Burlington and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our doc. Make him yours. That's Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. Ronda Rousey will defeat Charlotte Flair for the Smackdown Women's Championship. Agree, disagree. Let's set the stage as we always do. Back at WrestleMania, everybody knows that Ronda could not get the job done and bowed down to the Queen. And now here we are just 1 month later, and the baddest woman on the planet is looking to capture the one title that has eluded her, the Smackdown Women's Championship. As always, Butters, we turn it to you. Who do you got and why? Lay it on me, my brother.
Well, I gotta say, I looking at it, it's about time for Charlotte's reign in. It's about time to dethrone the Queen. It's about time that she just, tries to go for that title again, but at the same time, go away and do something else for a while. Let's get some more contenders in here. Let's get somebody else. Let's let Ronda have it. I will agree to the poll. Ronda will defeat Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's title at Backlash. So I say 100% Ronda. I think it's Ronda's time again. Let Ronda come in. Let her defend the title a few times and lose it to somebody better, or even, hell, lose it right back to Charlotte. Let Charlotte build it back up. She said she could be the queen on any brand. Let her go to Raw and try to take that from Bianca. Screw it.
All right, so I was with you. I was in the car. I was like, all right, cool. Butters is being smart today. Let's go. Let's rock it. And then next thing you know, Butters says let her go to Raw and take the title from Bianca. It's 4 minutes and 23 seconds into the broadcast, and you have officially said one of the dumbest things that you have all year.
Yeah, well,
So, I agree to the poll that Ronda's going to beat Charlotte, right? Why else do you bring back Ronda Rousey? Do you have her on every week doing what she did the last time around, in the sense of being there every single week, doing everything that she's doing, wrestling random matches, doing the Beat the Clock challenge, all this other crap that she's been doing? only for her to lose again to Charlotte, right? That makes no sense to me. Do I see Charlotte leaving SmackDown and going somewhere else? No, I don't. It's not time for a brand shakeup. It's not time for people to be jumping ship and anything like that. I think we're going to be staying here. I think we're going to be dealing with the Ronda Charlotte thing. Ronda as a champion this time around. Charlotte trying to regain her throne, but then a new contender slides their way in. A new contender, one by the name of Shayna Baszler.
Hey, that would be a great matchup between the two.
I'm 100% in on it. Let's go to the comments. We got the Godfather himself, Mr. Tom Arnone, chiming in over there on A2D Live's Facebook page. You can catch Tom every Sunday on Agree to Disagree, Mondays on Monday Morning Quarterback, Wednesdays on A2D Wednesday night, post-game shows after the Phillies and the Sixers, and the occasional A2D Fan Friday. Realistically, turn on A2D Radio. You're more than likely going to see or hear Tom. How do you hear him? Well, you hear him on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and Speaker in the archive section. Jake Friel, host of A2D Fan Friday. What's up, boys? I'm going to agree to the poll. Ronda will win the title. And Rob Brinkman, in his wonderful positivity, as always, he is the host of Sports Hounds on Mondays and on Grant Booth on Sundays. Flair for life. Fuck part-timers.
But is Ronda really a part-timer?
No, she's not, and that's my problem. Rob, I'm with you, right? I get you. You're a Charlotte Flair fan, but Ronda's not a part-timer. And if you turn around and say she was gone for a few years, bro, she had a kid.
Right?
They were trying, they were working, they had a child, and then she hung around for a little bit, got acclimated to, having a kid. They got training again to come back, and came back, and has been running and gunning since the Rumble.
100%.
Right? So this is not one of those situations to where Ronda is a part-timer and, it's going to go away. It's not Ronda's not Brock.
I was about to say, this isn't Brock, this isn't Goldberg, this isn't The Rock. It's Ronda Rousey. It's something completely 100% different.
Exactly. And I think they close out the show tomorrow night, especially given that it is an I Quit match.
No,
right? It's the armbar versus the figure 8.
That's where I got to disagree with you. I think it's going to be the second to last match of the night. I really think the 6-man match is going to close it out. No. I get it, right? You've got Roman Reigns, the unified WWE Universal Galactic Heavyweight, I hold both fucking titles, champion, and the Usos, the Smackdown Tag Team Champions, versus Drew McIntyre, who, why the fuck are you here? And RK-Bro, Randy Orton, Matt Riddle, the Raw Tag Team Champions. There's a lot of gold. You got a lot of gold on the line here. But no, Shinsuke's been kicked off to the island of irrelevancy to wrestle against Sami Zayn. What the fuck happened to our promo a few weeks ago? That's what I'm saying. Should have been Shinsuke.
What are we doing?
I don't know. They want it to be Roman versus Drew at a big match, but why don't you wait? Why don't you put Roman against some other people for now? Shinsuke. Hell, you can go Sheamus. You can go Walter for a hot minute. Build up till Clash of the Castle and then have, Roman versus Drew. Are you trying to keep Drew relevant? Is that what you're trying to do? Is keep him in something big? Or
But then you start that. You literally start this program. The night after SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Build it up to where it's Drew, Roman, Clash of the Castle in the UK, right? Drew's going to be the hometown favorite because he's, the European guy.
Yeah, right? But that's what I'm
right?
saying. Why have Drew this early? You had Shinsuke. You've got other people on that roster that can
Because they're idiots.
I mean, hell, as much as I hate to say it, you could have Sammy for a pay-per-view just because of this whole shit they got going on with Sammy.
No, I'm sorry. No.
Look, it could have been a blow-off. That's all they need. It's just a blow-off to get through.
What you've done with Sami Zayn, and no disrespect to Sammy, right? Sammy's very talented at what he does. But what they've done with Sammy, the way they have created this character and the tactics that he uses, you can't put Sami Zayn in the ring with Roman Reigns and not expect me to expect Roman Reigns to wipe the floor with him and throw him around that ring like a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah, but that's what everybody's expecting with his next few title defenses and matches. Is for him to ragdoll and throw everybody around until they get to someone relevant, like say maybe Drew or Walter or some big bad motherfucker that's going to come in and take the title from him. Like maybe Cody, because since he's the unified champ, you still got Raw too.
But why?
Cody, you got Seth. You got KO.
And Cody's already came out and said, "Fuck all you people that have been here. Fuck every single one of you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're kind of cool, but fuck you too. I'm going after that title."
I mean, everybody else is taking on Roman. Roman has won, so why not let Cody be next? Are you waiting for something huge to take it off of Roman?
I'm okay if Cody goes after the title, right? We all know, everybody knows that they want Roman versus The Rock at WrestleMania. But I have been shouting it from the rooftops. I have gone to the tallest building, the highest mountain, the pinnacle of the atmosphere, and I have said that this match does not need to be for the WWE Universal Heavyweight Galactic big ass title.
Now he adds big ass to it this week. We're gonna add it. It seems about every other week we're gonna add a new name to the title board.
It's got its own quadrant in the star systems. What do you want from it?
So it's gonna be the Milky Way title added onto it now, huh?
Do it, sure. Why not? Why the bloody hell not?
Universal Intergalactic Milky Way Championship.
To infinity and beyond. I mean, my God.
Roman's already pointing to the sky.
I'm done with him. No. That was too far. You done? Oh, he broke it. Holy shit.
What up, D?
It's Chrome.
It's a Chrome sighting. Holy shit.
It's a Chrome sighting.
What up, Chrome?
So I got to say something here. I want you to look at something. Do you see Chrome's profile picture right there?
Yeah, Disney.
Apropos that it's in Magic Kingdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to look at Chuck's profile picture. Do you know where that is?
I'm guessing Disney as well.
That's in Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
And then you got to go look at my profile picture.
I've seen yours.
Mine's in Epcot.
Okay.
So all we need is somebody from A2D Radio to contact Alonzi Travel, plan a trip to Disney, and take a picture at Hollywood Studios. Because I got plans for that picture.
You got plans for everything, okay?
I always have plans. I'm the evil genius.
Yeah, evil might be a stretch, but...
Oh my God.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. We're Pinky in the Brain. What? Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't.
Exactly. Because the conversation's always, and it's from you too. It's always from you. Hey, Brain, what are we going to do tonight? The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Hell yeah. I mean, I say stupid shit too, so I mean, it goes with it.
A lot of stupid shit. And how do my plans always get ruined?
Yo.
This guy.
Chicka.
So, it's all, at the end of the day, it's all just apropos. But no, I mean, you when it comes to circle it all back, right? If you're going to take the title off of Roman, which I think you should, I think we're getting to the point where he's beaten everybody, right? It's not fun with him with the title anymore.
I mean, you can take off one of the titles. I don't care.
They're not separating the titles. I need you to get that through your sleep-deprived skull. Okay? The titles are unified. Unified. Can I get the definition of unified, please?
Wouldn't be the first time they split them back up.
Again, they're not going to do it this quickly. And if they do, I pray for you because I am going to come after you with fury and vengeance and just pure rage.
I mean, who says Cody doesn't want to go after one half so he can bring it back to Raw and be the man?
Oh, now it's gimmick infringement.
I didn't say he's going to be the man. I just said,
You said he's going to be the man. You said
That's not
he
what I
wants
meant.
to. No. You said.
I know what I said.
Quote, we're going to take the title back to Raw and he's going to be the man. End quote.
I know, but that's not what I meant. Not gimmick infringement, but he's going to be the man
Shut.
to bring back the title.
Stop. Butters didn't say what he meant.
Yep.
Chrome says, loving Lacey Evans' gimmick, but weird that they act like she wasn't around before. I do have to agree with Chrome. I love what they're doing with Lacey Evans. The thing Friday night was really cool where she did the video asking for cheers and she came out, got a good reception, yada, 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 right? I do think she's going to be a heel now. I don't think she's going to be a face anymore. That promo kind of said, maybe, possibly, sort of, kind of. And I think it's good. Also that.
Well,
She's looking good.
Hey,
Ted chiming in over there on YouTube. What's up, buddy? A lot of people are saying Cody's cashing in on one belt. Doesn't make sense they're together. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, Ted.
No, he's saying they're going to split them up.
No, he says a lot of people are saying that Cody is going to cash in on one belt. He's saying it doesn't make sense since they're together.
I mean, either way.
Oh, God in heaven. We got our first Frank comment of the evening.
What?
Hey, yo, sorry to bother you at work. I have a really random question. I'm watching a random How to Wrestle showcase. Of the 4 matches on the card, half of them have small package finishes. What's the question, though? Oh, here we go. And the rest of the disqualifications. How would you feel about the booking? It sounds like WCW.
Sounds like Vince Russo.
I rest my case. No, I mean, that to me, that doesn't bother. That bothers me, but it doesn't bother me. I would need more context on where the storylines are and different things like that. Chrome says, what about that gave you the impression that she's going to be a heel?
See, I didn't get to watch the promo, but I was reading that she did a little bit of a heelish moment for a second.
And see that, and again, I read, right? I caught the pictures of her coming out and the reactions. I had no sound because WWE at the time didn't have it posted, right? So I read about the promo, and somebody had said that, especially with her asking to be cheered and different things like that, that's what gave everybody the impression that it's going to be a heel move. There's Chrome. Yeah. There it is. This is what I wanted as an answer to Frank's question. It's lazy booking.
Oh, Lord. I love it.
See what we did there?
Oh,
For those of you that don't know, Chrome is the host of, another wrestling show here on the channel called Lazy Booking. And he just had an interview recently. You should go back and watch it. Quite good.
Oh, yeah.
But back to the Roman thing, everything like that. I think you take the title off of Roman. I don't think you should do it like right now. I don't think you should do it in, at anything. SummerSlam would probably be the earliest. It's where it would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't want to see them put it on Drew. The only way I'm even remotely okay with that if they do it for Clash of the Castle.
Yeah.
Right, and even then, it still doesn't sit well with me personally. I just don't think Drew needs to be in the title picture right now.
I mean, right now, who else does SmackDown have? I mean,
not a whole lot.
I get we have Raw, but at this point, who does SmackDown have?
Shinsuke.
Well, yeah, there's Shinsuke, but I mean, Roman seems to be doing a lot of SmackDown lately instead of Raw. Which is why, again, I asked, okay, other than Shinsuke, who else? I mean, you can't have just two, really.
Right. No, I know that.
You know, you got to have enough to get you through the rest of the year, because you're not going to want to do the same two people for the next 6 months. I mean, they could. 3 months each.
It's never stopped them before.
I know that. But, you know, I would hope, you know, maybe a little bit of a different direction here. You know, I guess you could have Walter build him up enough.
I would like Walter. I just don't know if... Well, then again, we're talking about, like, SummerSlam time frame. Right? So you have the time to build him.
Oh, yeah, you got plenty of time to build
properly. Maybe Walter. If we're looking at just SmackDown, right? Maybe. See, and Chrome, I disagree, and this is where Chrome and I
see,
just.
he sees where I'm going with this.
But see, I take a lot of issue in this, right? Cody cashes in, takes the WWE title. Roman stays Universal all the way to Mania. Could I see it happen? Yes. Do I want to see it happen? Not really. No. One, pure selfishly, I just want to be right. I'll be completely honest with you, right? But also, don't book it as a winner take all. You're unified. Rephrase that. Don't book it as a unification match, right? And
should
then
have been winner take all.
Yeah, it should have just stayed a winner take all, right? But as soon as you started saying that you were unifying the titles,
yep.
On paper, and I see his next comment in here, right? And I'll get to it. That's a long one. But let me finish this train of thought. And I probably some of it probably works in with that comment too. Don't tell me you're going to unify the titles and then in a few months split it up, right? Just do a winner take all like we did with the Raw and SmackDown women's titles back at WrestleMania 35. And
this could very well be the reason why we don't have the tag title unification match. It could just be, you know what, we fucked up. Maybe not. Let's have the unification match. Let's just throw these two in there and call it off.
And that's perfectly okay. And we alluded to it last week, and I see bits and pieces of Chrome. So let's put it up here right now. All right, let me read it, and then we'll talk about it. So Chrome says titles aren't truly unified. I read that both Fox and NBC want their own champions representing their programming, which is why there's been so many reports that the titles are still separate. Right now, they're just using Roman on both while they have the post-Mania law to help tanking Raw ratings.
To help because the Raw ratings are taking a tanking right now.
Right. We talked about it last week, how we're in a really weird time for professional wrestling. Everything is just kind of there and existing. Like, AEW's just gearing up the Double or Nothing conversations, which is nice. It's fun. And a lot of the stuff they have over there is entertaining, right? And makes me want to watch. But at the same time, like, I can just wait till later and watch it later.
I mean, you got the NBA playoffs going on right now.
Right. And all the games, all the series going on right now, they're very compelling. They're very interesting. There's no real blowouts going on. Yeah. Right? Even the Sixers have turned it around last night.
They're taking over the ratings right now, so it's like it's kind of hard for Raw to be in that top tier rating right now when you got playoffs going on. Period.
Well, and that goes back to we talked about it last week when we were, breaking down just all the shows in the week as a whole. It was a real struggle to pull something from last week just because everything was just kind of Nothing really jumped out at me. To go back to Chrome's comment here, I did hear that more Fox than NBC, really, from the article that I read, but there were several articles over the last couple of days More so, Fox and NBC wants exclusivity on people.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes back to, my rants leading up to WrestleMania. That goes back to my rants, at the end of last year, right? It's...
Well, let's take this real quick.
Sure.
You talk about them wanting their exclusivity. They're also talking about the draft being held between August and September. So we're still holding the draft.
Right. So, and that's where I could see them, and I almost wonder if, and this would be dumb, this would be really dumb,
Mm-hmm.
but we've seen dumb shit before.
100%.
Do they essentially, quote unquote, retire one of the two titles that Roman has and debut a new title at the draft?
It's possible. I mean, you could almost say you retire the
Universal
and bring
WWE's got a lot of lineage, so part of me says keep the lineage. I can see them retiring.
That's what I said. They're going to 100% keep the lineage.
I can see them retiring the WWE title, because they want the Universal. It's that new era, that new generation. It's what people know, right? But I could see them saying, no, we're just going to retire the Universal and debut a new title post-draft. I'm not a fan of that. Again, though, right? And I get what everybody's saying, and take out me being right. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Take that out of my reasoning. I'm still okay with there being one champion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? To a certain degree, I think that when there's two titles, it doesn't sit right with me. And the reason I bring it up, and it's not even that it doesn't sit right with me, right? When you think about other promotions, sports, whatever the case may be, right? There are not two champions, right? There are not two main titles. There's one title that is always more so than the other.
What about divisional championships?
But still, this is going to sound really bad, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the heavyweight title, just because of lineage and history and everything else like that, has always been top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's just whatever line you want to use, whatever phrasing you want to use, that's always been top tier. Right? When we've had two titles, it's what's better than the other. And it's never the conversation of what title, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's never that WWE is better than Universal because of the lineage and this, that, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's always, well, Roman's got the WWE and Jinder Mahal has the Universal. Right? It's always about the person holding it.
It's also about what name would be bigger, what name would people more recognize over the other.
But I like when it's the title, when the title matters, right? And the title is able to elevate people. We talk about it with the Intercontinental title. And we always talk about how Miz makes the Intercontinental title relevant, which always has to be. There always has to be somebody that comes along and makes the title relevant again. The title can't do it on its own. It always takes the person. It's a true tag team. Right? Miz makes the Intercontinental title relevant, and then it boosts the next two people that hold it. They start to do really well. People start watching. Those guys move on to heavyweight titles and bigger titles and bigger storylines, whatever have you. And then they put it on somebody else, and it just dies. Right? Because a person can kill a title as well.
Yeah.
Right? But if there's one title, right, that's the biggest prize in the sport. Stanley Cup, the Lombardi Trophy. I don't think there's anything special for the World Series trophy or the NBA Finals trophy. If there is, tell me I'm wrong. I don't. Honest to God, no.
I don't either. That facial expression though you made.
The NASCAR used to be the Winston Cup. I don't know. And then the Nextel Cup. I don't know what it is now. But the Vroom Vroom Go Fast Cup. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah,
right?
There's so many different Vroom Vroom Go Fast Cups. And it's not just NASCAR because you got F1 and you got some of these others.
But NASCAR in the sport of NASCAR, there's one. Impact, one. AEW, one.
You about to say TNA, I love it.
I really was. AAA, one. Right? Evolve only had one. New Japan, we all know that the New Japan IWGP Heavyweight All-Pro, Go-Pro title, whatever they call it nowadays. Because I can't keep up anymore. We know that that's the one title. That means more than the other titles, right? The ROH World Heavyweight title is more than the ROH TV title. And you just keep, there's always one, right?
Yeah.
WWE having the two, you can't convince me that Raw and SmackDown are separate brands and separate entities of each other and separate everything. Now, you go back 10 years, you go back 12 years, 15 years, right? To the mid-2000s when it was the SmackDown guys are the SmackDown guys are the SmackDown guys. And same thing with Raw. They never intermixed. Even when the pay-per-views were the goddamn same, they never intermixed, right?
Yeah.
Every other month, it was a different brand's pay-per-view. Now, everybody shows up at WrestleMania Backlash, and it's, oh, hey, Timmy. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Bobby. How are you? Right? So, that's where having the multiple title over the last couple of years has really just not, I've not been okay with it. You know, the more I just kind of take the step back and look at the world of WWE as a whole and go, okay, we know that the product is lacking. We know that the product is a struggle.
Yep.
What do we do to make the product better? Right? And I agree. I say you unify the titles. Okay? Because now on a show like Raw, right? Yeah, Roman's going to show up. Roman's going to do whatever he's doing. But what are you turning on Raw for right now? We're not turning it on to see what Roman's going to do. We're turning on for Cody and Seth's storyline. We're turning on what's RK-Bro doing with the titles. We're turning on for Edge and Damian Priest versus AJ Styles and all of that happening. Right? We're turning it on for Bianca and Becky and Asuka and all these other things now. Not that we weren't before, but right before it was, all right, Brock's champion. When's he going to come out? You know what I mean?
Yep.
When Bobby was a champion, Bobby was on like 3 different segments or some shit. Just because for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you go to like AEW, you see Hangman Adam Page one time. And then he goes away. And you might see him next week, you might not. And you really see him on one show. You see him on Dynamite. You don't really see him on Rampage. Right? He doesn't wrestle. He's not always physically in the ring. Right? There's a lot of differences there. And I think for WWE, and again, right, we're in a lull. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But these stories, if they do them right, and they are doing some of these stories pretty well right now.
Yeah.
They're in their infancy stages, and they're having to build to a pay-per-view, and the pay-per-view is more of not an end of the story, but more of, hey, we're going to the next chapter, or hey, go pick up the next book, right?
Yeah.
Or we're going to the second act of this 3-act play. Whatever phrase you want to use, whatever analogy you want to use, that is what we're in right now. That's what we're dealing with right now.
Correct.
We're also dealing with the train outside Butter's house. It's running a little late tonight, actually. I'm surprised.
Choo choo.
Somebody go tell Thomas to shut the fuck up.
Choo 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 choo.
But enough about the titles, enough about all of that, unless you've got something to kind of cap that off with.
No, I mean...
No?
Yeah, we talked quite a bit about the titles.
All right, so let's get into... Let's just dive right into previews and predictions. And this is brought to you by our friends at BetUS. BetUS is the leading online sportsbook. They've been in the market for over 25 years. You can bet on anything, anywhere in the U.S. Using the link below, you can get a 125% sign-up bonus. Definitely get in there, especially with all the races and everything like that happening over the next few weeks with the horses. I know today was the Kentucky Derby. You got the NBA playoffs going on right now. The NHL final playoffs are kicking off. Premier League, everything else like that. So right now is definitely a time to get involved with BetUS and win some money. Let's get the easy one out of the way, the one I really don't give a shit about. Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss.
Madcap Moss, 100% hands down.
Absolutely. There's no reason why it shouldn't be Madcap Moss. And normally I would, in this moment, I would say fuck Baron Corbin. But this is designed to separate Madcap from Baron and give him the push that he needs to capitalize on winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, potentially be a mid-card title contender. I don't ever think we'll see him in the heavyweight title picture, but you never know. They could do a lot with his story. And then Bobby Lashley versus Omos with MVP, who, full disclosure, I haven't posted about it yet. I was letting a couple days go by. You know about it. We were doing karaoke Thursday night here at home, and we actually, let's go back a little bit. Let me tell the story. So I met MVP on Thursday. Let's tell the story, though. Let me tell you the story of how I met MVP. It was really cool. So my buddy Bill's getting married in December, and we got the groomsmen together at Bar Louie here in the Woodlands, just for some dinner to catch up, talk. Our schedules are all kind of weird, so we were all getting together. And Cam, who you guys have seen on here before, he's done some stuff with HB Gaming in the past. He and I are sitting there, and we're talking, and he looks, and he goes, man, that guy looks a lot like MVP. And I glanced, I was like, yeah, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, I didn't think MVP's that tall.
Mm-hmm.
And up close, MVP's a built son of a bitch. Right? And so, and he's dressed normal. You forget, like, knowing what MVP's persona is on TV for the last decade and a half, right? It's been the suits, it's been the clean dress, it's been whatever. The guy was just in a black t-shirt and some jeans. You know? And you're in the Woodlands. Who the fuck is in the Woodlands? Why are you in the Woodlands right now? So I brush it off. I'm like, no, whatever. So we go to Baker Street. And we're sitting there talking. We're doing our karaoke thing and this, that, and the other thing. We watch the guy walk in, and we're kind of staring at him again. And our buddy Donovan, who, again, you guys have seen on A2D Gaming in the past, has said, man, I really think that's MVP. And we're like, don't know. Friend of mine was like, no, I'm going to get up and ask him. So she gets up to go ask him because she has no fear. We're all like, we don't want to bother the guy, right? Because we're wrestling fans. The door guy comes over and says something to him, and that's how they find out, right? So I get up, and I'm like, all right. You know, it takes me a minute to compose myself. I'm like, holy shit, MVP is in this, for lack of a phrase, bar, right? It's a bar at this point. Yeah. Watching us do karaoke. Because he is, if you're familiar with how Baker Street is set up, you walk in, there's the bar and some booths, and then you've got the actual tables where the stage is. He is at the end of the bar, so he can see the stage and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And I walk up to him, and I was like, excuse me, sir, I'm really sorry to bother you, but would you mind if I take a picture with you? And he goes, nah, man, absolutely, let's do this. We take the picture, and you saw the picture.
Yeah.
And then I said, hey, thank you very much, and thank you for everything you've done for us as fans and for the business, and I was very nice about it. And I walked away. My buddy took a picture, whatever have you. A little bit later, my buddies are over in the corner talking. Jax, Cam, Donovan, and MVP walks up and just starts shooting the shit with them. I'm like, oh fuck. So MVP was a really cool dude. It was really cool to meet him. But so it's Bobby Lashley and Omos with MVP.
Ama.
Bobby Lashley, hands down, in my opinion.
I could almost see this being almost just to continue one more match.
But see, and I'm with you in the sense of almost winning, because you're building up Omos, you're building him as this monster, as this dominant force, and who better to beat than the almighty Bobby Lashley?
Correct.
But I don't know. I don't want to see Bobby come back and then essentially get buried by this big son of a bitch.
This is true, but again,
because that's what will happen. He'll get buried by the big bastard. Let's see. AJ Styles versus Edge. Damian Priest is banned from ringside.
I think this is where Edge wins, and he wins by interference from a new member.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Now it's a matter of, is it Rhea or is Finn Balor going to turn on AJ?
Ooh.
Because you have the demon.
No, they're not going to bring the demon back.
I'm just saying, in a sense, it makes sense. I mean, you have the demon side of him. It's Judgment Day. But at the same time, the way they set this up of, you got the Bullet Club coming together once more. But who's to say it comes together all for a reason? All because of Edge. Reeling him in, and then, boom. Here's my newest member. He.
Maybe. Right.
But I regardless of who it is, I still see a new member debuting at Backlash and Edge taking this. Because of that reason.
Well, there's no reason for Edge to lose here.
Yeah.
Nothing is gained with Edge losing. I think the next match would be, and this is where the Balor turn would make a little bit more sense. Right now, if Balor comes out to the ring with him, I would be a little bit more inclined to say, yeah, Balor might turn. There's no reason for Balor to come out if Damien's barred from ringside.
Correct.
Now, in a tag match, though, I could see the turn happening.
Mm-hmm.
But I go back to, I don't know if I want it to be Balor. I really like the idea of Rhea joining, and I think it should be Rhea before it's Balor. And essentially, you pull Edge from in-ring competition, right, until it's absolutely warranted. Right? It's like, oh, you've beaten Damien. Well, now you have to beat me.
Yeah.
But let him guide Damien and Rhea.
So, a la Brood, except this is 2022.
Yeah, to a certain degree. And it's different because instead of it's Gangrel with Edge and Christian, it's Edge with Rhea and Damien. And Gangrel wrestled, Edge not wrestling. Edge taking a step back and going, as a veteran, I'm going to help you guys really capture your true potential of what you're able to accomplish in this business because of the talent. Because they both are incredibly talented.
Correct.
Right? I've always thought Damian Priest is walking vanilla extract, but he's incredibly talented in the ring.
Yeah.
Right? So I think this is 100% the match for Edge to win. It's very easily. We never did say who's going to win in the 6-man tag team match, even though I could care less. But I think it's definitely going to be the Bloodline. If it's not the Bloodline and RK-Bro wins, I guarantee you that the Usos take the L, and that's where we get the next chapter in the Bloodline story.
I'm going to have to go the opposite and go with, McIntyre and RK-Bro.
All right, so who takes the L?
Who takes the L? The way the match would go, it would have to be the Usos. Roman probably gets fed up in the match because they're getting their ass whooped and just walks out on them.
Probably the match of the night easily is going to be Cody versus Seth.
Oh, yeah.
I think Cody walks out on top again. I won't say it makes sense, but what's his name doesn't need it. Seth doesnn't need this.
No.
Cody doesn't really need it either, right? But
Cody needs it for that momentum going in, looking for the belt.
Correct. You made your intentions clear. Now go out and do what you said you're going to do and prove Seth wrong.
Cody, 100%.
I'll be honest. I've never lied on this program, and I won't start now. Not excited for tomorrow, and no stretch of the imagination. This is one I will not be watching live because it is Mother's Day. Well, it's a week pay-per-view and it's Mother's Day.
Yep.
Right. So I'll be doing the Mother's Day stuff with my stepmom, and going from there with that, and then I've got to get ready to go back to work because I've been off all week. So
boy,
it's been a great week though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've had my best friend and somebody who's like a little sister to me here, and it's been just a truly phenomenal week. I thought I killed them though, because I kept them out.
Best friends that anyone can have. What?
Pretty much. I mean, you're not wrong, but I think I might have killed them because the first 3 nights they were here, I kept them out till like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and neither one of them are used to that.
How dare you, sir?
Well, I told them they were going to live my life. They were going to do what I do, and I did a little bit on steroids, but we were out Tuesday night, we were out Wednesday night, we were out Thursday night. I almost canceled tonight because I didn't think I was going to have a voice. Did not think I was going to have a voice whatsoever. Let's transition because, again, this isn't going to be a long one tonight. And so our next segment, This Week in Wrestling, is brought to you by our friends at Area Public Adjusting. If you have damage to your home or property, they're going to be able to help. They might be able to help you, I should say. Don't fight your homeowner's insurance alone. Contact Area at 813-564-3364. They're licensed in Pennsylvania, Florida, and 13 other states. I want to go, and we're not going to, normally with This Week in Wrestling, we go show by show, segment by segment, match by match, everything that.
You don't want to go over the women's tag team title match?
No, I don't. No, God bless it, don't. I want to go to AEW Dynamite.
Dude, Dynamite.
I want to go straight to the main event. Because I have heard a lot about this main event. It is Deonna Purrazzo versus Mercedes Martinez for the undisputed ROH Women's Championship. Mercedes is the ROH interim Women's Champion, and the true ROH Women's Champion is the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo. All right, let's just address the elephant in the room. Is anybody else wondering why the fuck this match headlined Dynamite?
No, because I kind of figured it headlined it because it was a championship match.
I get that Tony owns ROH, right? But why is this headlining an AEW show?
Because it's a title unification match.
I don't give a flying fuck.
And it was probably their biggest match of the night to them.
Here's where I take issue with this, okay? One, Deonna Purrazzo is not an AEW signed talented contract.
No, she's Impact.
Right? 2, Mercedes Martinez is. Which means 3. You all know the fucking Mercedes is going to win.
But I say, the only reason Deonna had it is because Roxy went to WWE.
Right? But why, in knowing that, why is this match closing out the show? Also, this match doesn't take long. Right? And it's not a, oh my God, what a classic, what a clinic these women put on. Holy shit. It's just a normal, it's a basic match. And no disrespect, because I love what Deonna Purrazzo has done for women's wrestling. And I think Mercedes Martinez is arguably a future of women's wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But my God, people. Let me read this. I'm going to read this directly from ringsidenews.com.
Ruh-roh, Reggie.
Okay? So this is directly from Ringside News' recap of Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
Purrazzo doesn't observe the code of honor. Virtuosa chants. Lock up, clean break, lock up. Martinez rings the arm. Purrazzo gets a headlock. Lock up. Martinez powers Purrazzo to the corner. Both women duck under strikes. Purrazzo hits an arm breaker. Picture in picture. Both women struggle on the outside, back in the ring. They go face to face, strikes back and forth. Martinez with clotheslines, backdrop, flying forearm in the corner, then a running boot in the corner. Martinez covers, 2 count. Purrazzo with a Russian leg sweep into an armbar. Purrazzo with a pump kick, standing moonsault cover, 2 count. Martinez with a running knee strike, fisherman buster, cover, 2 count. Martinez with a back elbow. Purrazzo with an exploder, cover, 2 count. Martinez with a jackknife, cover, 2 count. Double clothesline, both women down. Purrazzo with a high boot. Martinez with a slap that hits a big slam. Then hits a big stomp into the Romero special. Purrazzo bites her hand, but Martinez gets the dragon sleeper and Purrazzo taps out. What?
So it was just a basic match.
It was a basic match. Now, you've got a lot of false finishes, but I'm scared to look up how long that match lasted. Because that only feels like, to me, 5 or 6 minutes.
I mean, from the reporting, I'd say about 10 minutes.
I'm sorry, that's not okay. Not if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna come out of this as the undisputed ROH Women's Champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, this should have been a Double or Nothing.
Yeah, you could have had it at Double Nothing.
Right? I get it. You own ROH. ROH doesn't have a TV deal. You can't put them on any other Turner network, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to sprinkle them in throughout your programming on AEW. I'm okay with that. I've got no problem here.
Yeah.
I don't like them ending the show. And especially with a bullshit match. That's what it was. It was bullshit. I know what these two ladies are capable of. They did not touch their... I'm pretty sure that the Thunder Rosa segment lasted longer.
God bless.
Right? That's the other thing. Your champion, your AEW Women's Champion, was the penultimate segment. And not even, because then you go back to John Silver saying CM Punk wants to dance with the Meat Man. Mano a mano next week. What kind of line is that?
The Meat Man?
I'm reading it verbatim.
No, I'm just... I get that you're reading it verbatim, but I'm just saying, the Meat Man?
Yeah.
Like, oh boy.
Ted, I love you. First of all, spelled her name wrong. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out like that. And it's Deonna. But he says, Deonna's way better than all the women on AEW. She's a female D-Bride. Don't make her lose on her debut. Also, yes. But again, she's not a contracted AEW talent.
And another thing, this isn't her debut with AEW. She's been there multiple times before.
Correct.
So, sorry, Charlie. You're out of the ball game. Strike three, you're out.
Where was this match, this moment? Hold on. Here it is. Okay. Here's another thing I want to talk about. Okay?
Raggy.
So the Varsity Blondes are in the ring. I'm not going to go over what they're talking about. I don't really give a shit. The lights cut out. House of Black make their entrance. They surround the Varsity Blondes before attacking them. Julia Hart watches from the corner. Pillman gets sent face person to Garrison. Malachi Black faces down Julia Hart. Hart looks terrified. Matthews takes her by the shoulders. Brody Lee gives her a steel chair. Hart lifts the chair before refusing to hit Garrison. Black tears off her eye patch and intimidates her. Have you watched that?
Not yet.
It's done so well because it's borderline uncomfortable when Malachi, is staring at Julia.
Mm-hmm.
And then gives him the chair, and I'm like, all right, cool. Right? She's going to turn on him. I'm okay with this. I don't really care for the Varsity Blondes. Not that they're bad. I just don't care for them, right?
Yeah.
And, all right, we're going to turn on them. We're going to add some depth to the stable. The eye patch thing with Julia Hart really fits the fucked up shit that we're doing in the House of Black. It all looks fine.
And if you actually, if anybody has actually kept up with the storyline, you'll see her eye patch or around her eye does exactly what Malachi's did. Is it kept getting blacker and blacker.
Right. That's all great. That's cool. I love it. And then Death Triangle runs down in the House of Black scatter. What?
Death Triangle to save the day. Come on now.
It doesn't fit. It fits because they're feuding with House of Black. I get that side of things, right? I get why. Because it's no different than when Austin would run down and save Stephanie, and before the comments blow up. Calm down, people. Right?
But I think it's more of they're trying to get Julie to join the House of Black. They're trying to.
And I think she is ultimately.
Yeah, this is that long-term storytelling we get from AEW. And I mean long fucking term.
Correct.
It's what most people have been wanting. So, we're getting long-term storytelling and booking, but at the same time, some people just don't want that long-term storytelling.
Correct.
They want it long-term, but they want it a little bit shorter than what they give out.
I do like that it's going to be Jeff Hardy versus Darby Allin in the next round of the Owen Hart tournament.
It's going to be a great match.
It's going to be phenomenal.
Well, from what my understanding, Jeff Hardy looks like he could, they're saying Jeff Hardy needs to retire.
Well, yeah, but I still think it's going to be good.
No, it's going to be a great match. Honestly, it's going to be a 100% a great match. It's just one of those,
All I'm going to say is if Hook and Danhausen don't become a tag team, it's a missed opportunity.
Another tag team. Oh, boy.
I don't know. It'll give Hook a mouthpiece that he really doesn't need.
I get it, but at the same time, does Hook really need to be with anybody?
Nope.
Thank you. Rest my case.
English is hard.
English is very hard when you've had 4 hours sleep.
So Tom says, he goes, Butters.
What up,
on YouTube. And he goes, oh, hi, Andy. I didn't see you there.
My man.
How? How did you miss me? I love it that this is the shtick now. Everybody's just going to pretend like I'm not here.
You can't miss me. I'm fat enough not to miss. Yo.
I just thought, never mind. Andy, shut up. Andy, be good. Be nice. Don't say it. Don't say that he looks like a lunar eclipse. Ah, damn it.
Hell yeah. Everything rotates around me. Impact Under Siege was tonight.
Yeah, I just looked. The Briscoes didn't win, so.
Bullshit. The Briscoes won.
That's not what this said.
I'm reading differently.
All right, well, let's go to Impact Wrestling's page.
Their Twitter says, and new Impact Wrestling champions, the Briscoes.
Oh, all right, so I know what happened. I hit refresh,
Mhm.
not realizing that it was going to go straight to the bottom of the page.
Oh, okay.
And I
okay.
saw that Josh Alexander and I didn't pay attention. I just saw
Oh.
and still.
I got you. And then
Okay.
we have Mia Yim back in Impact Wrestling.
I'll wait to see what she does first.
Attack Deonna Purrazzo.
No. I mean, like,
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
how that's all played. I'll see how she does that first. I'm glad that the Briscoes won. I love Violent by Design. I think how they've been doing all that's been great.
Mm-hmm.
But the Briscoes are, and it's so funny. Like, you think about the Briscoes, and they've kind of like very quietly flown under the radar,
Mm-hmm.
but still been top tier without ever touching one of the big companies.
To me, they look like the Bushwhackers meet the Dudley Boys.
Well, I mean, it's Jay and Mark Briscoe. What do you want from them?
Hey, they're still a good tag team, though. Damn good.
Absolutely.
And Callahan's back.
I did see that.
I'm a little
I
excited
like that.
I'm a little excited for that one because Callahan's really good.
I did not like Honor No More beating the Bullet Club.
It's good storytelling, man. Come on.
It's great storytelling, don't get me wrong. But I didn't like let's not put the ROH guys over.
I don't think the Bullet Club's going to be an Impact much longer, though.
Where are we going?
Back to... I think they're still contracted under New Japan. They're just over in TNA to help out. Or I wouldn't say help out, but they're just over in
New
TNA.
Japan just has their own Bullet Club reformed. Under Jay White.
Yeah, but Jay White's been in and out of Impact.
You've got the New Japan AEW thing next month where we've already teased that it's Undisputed Elite versus the Bullet Club. And if we don't get that match, I swear to God, I'm getting on a plane and I'm finding Tony Khan.
Yeah, good luck.
He and I are going to have a very long conversation.
Good fucking luck.
All I'm going to have to say is, Tony, I have a wrestling show. Do you want to talk wrestling with me? This is the same guy. This is the same guy that walks out to every arena in the same Walmart black sweater. Like, bro, you are a company owner. Put a fucking suit on.
Oh, come on. You don't like a Walmart sweater?
No. This is also the same jackass that of all the times you've gone out and talked in front of the people, you can't articulate a sentence, a structure, excitement. You're more monotone than Rikishi. I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. Like, come on!
Oh, shit.
Like, everything you do, could you have some emphasis? Emphasis! Emphasis!
Oh, shit.
It's like, when I see Tony walk out, I get so infuriated with so much rage and pain. And then he grabs a microphone and I'm like, God, don't talk. Just don't say a word. Don't speak. Close your godforsaken mouth.
Speak.
No, don't.
Speak.
Shut the fuck up.
Piss him off. Speak.
Kicking it over to NXT Spring Breaking, which is a dumbass name.
They should have done that back in March.
It's May.
Keita Lyons was announced for the breakout tournament.
Yeah, she was.
I kind of feel like that's going to be our breakout winner.
Sure, that's what we're gonna call it.
Because when
If
she
you
wins,
know,
everybody
if you know, you know. If you don't know, look her up.
Right?
And you're welcome.
She wins, everybody wins.
Somebody just got kidnapped by Legado del Fantasma. Who was it?
Oh, I think it was what was Tony? Was his name or not?
Hold on,
Tony?
I'm looking. Santos off with a handshake. AJ Galante.
Okay.
And then Braun Breaker versus Joe Gacy. Great match. Braun wins. After the match, Breaker celebrating his win when two masked hooded figures get on the apron near Gacy. The show goes off the air as Breaker turns to look at him. So we've added something to this conversation. This program.
And that was after Spring Breaking went off the air. It was a network exclusive. Like, bro, come on. You're already on the network. Why can't you just go ahead and air?
They weren't on the network. They were on USA.
Was Spring Breaking was on USA?
Spring Breaking was another Tuesday.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Never mind. I keep forgetting a lot of their pay-per-views per se are just on the damn a normal day.
I will say I'm thoroughly enjoying what's happening with Wendy Chu, Roxanne Perez, and Toxic Attraction.
Oh yeah.
Mostly just for all the vignettes. just again, if you know, you know. And if you don't, Twitter's a beautiful thing.
Right. How about that? I know this is running back to AEW, but it just reminded me. Wardlow versus Morrissey.
Is it really sad that I just didn't care?
I mean, Big Cass is back, and now WWE's looking back to try to get him back. They're interested again.
He's a flash in the pan right now.
Hey, the man's come a long way.
And don't get me wrong, more power to him. He got clean. He got his life right? Everything like that. I'm all for him. Awesome, cool, well done. Congratulations, Chuckles. In the same conversation, you're boring. You on a microphone bore me.
Just another big man in a big ring.
You're a big man in a little ring with about a 7-move set.
He's an average man.
Never mind. I was gonna do the William Regal theme song, and it wouldn't have been good. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A real man's man.
Yeah. But then I realized that's how the song goes. I'm like, that doesn't help me. No, here you go. I got one better for you. He's just a common man.
Yeah, I mean, Dusty Rhodes is a lot better.
No, we're not comparing him to Dusty. No. We're literally taking the words at their core meaning. He is a common man. He is just another Schmucky the Clown with a pair of boots in a ring.
Schmucky the Clown with a pair of boots in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Schmucky McDumbfuck.
Wow.
That is his new name. You shall forever be known as Schmucky McDumbfuck.
Okay. Sorry, Cass.
I'm not. All right. On Raw kind of sucked. Raw, a whole lot of sucked.
I love that. It's like, let's go over. Yeah, Raw just sucked.
Well, when one of the first things because I'm just, while I'm talking, I'm just scrolling up and down, and when I turn and I look, the first thing I see is WWE 24/7 Championship, Nikki Ash versus Dana Brooke with Reginald, and after Dana Brooke wins, she gets on the microphone and says she wants a divorce because Reggie tried to take the title off of her.
I want a divorce.
I don't get it. And then a little bit later, right? Doudrop is seen talking to
Nikki,
and we're gonna get serious again. We're
like,
gonna put
"Are you
the
done
cape
playing
and
around?"
shit away. Who the
Hell
fuck
yeah.
are you? Who the fuck are you to say, are you done playing around? Your name is Doudrop. And you haven't done diddly dick since they sent Eva Marie packing.
So basically, we're just gonna have a new tag team for the women's tag team division.
I quit. I give the fuck up. Why do we need a new tag team? Why?
Because you only got two.
Stop. Why the fuck do we need a new tag team? Okay? When you've got Sasha and Naomi currently doing their thing with Natalya and Shayna, and we all bloody fuck know that anything involving Sasha it's a slower burn than fucking a tire fire in the forest.
Oh man.
I mean, come on. And then you're gonna pick Doudrop, who has been hanging out at the island of irrelevancy with Nikki, almost a superhero, who's been sitting over there next to Booster Gold, hanging out in the land of We Don't Want You. They're on crowd control while Plastic Man is out there catching pans from Darkseid.
Hey man, I'm just saying.
You ain't saying shit.
It's just another tag team because they've only got two right now.
Then let's take people that like it makes sense that they're together. Not Doudrop. No. Because Doudrop pulled a Batman and came out of nowhere and was just like, "Hey, you, we'll get serious. Let's get
They're both
serious."
from the UK.
It's like you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
And
then he gets shot in the
loves
chest.
His nuts.
And he gets shot in the chest. That was a good one. But he come on.
I mean,
it makes me angry. We can do great with tag teams in the WWE. That's saying something. But Alpha Academy, RK-Bro, Street Profits, the Usos, the New Day. Fuck, I'll even give you Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and the Psychopath. Okay?
Oh my God, Don. Stop.
That's good. Don, that's genius. That's fucking genius. Plastic Man, is that Kim Kardashian? Well played, sir. But, we can do great things with them. I'll give you that. Why the hell do we fuck up the women's tag division? First of all, I think having NXT women's tag team titles might have been one of the dumbest things on the face of the planet. And I've watched a lot of pro wrestling. I talk to you weekly. You say a lot of dumb shit. Right?
Yep.
You've eliminated a third of your potential with that. And then you look at everything else we've got going on over here, and none of it makes sense. None of it is cohesive. None of it is relevant. It's literally no different than, let me take William Regal and Tajiri, put them in a tag team, and hope for the best.
Kane and the Hurricane?
Kane and the Hurricane. Fucking Braun Strowman and a 10-year-old from the crowd.
Booker T and Goldust. He rests his case, boy.
I rest my case.
I mean, they love pulling random people out their ass, forming a tag team, letting them get a good run, and then breaking them up.
It's dumb. It's truly
I get
stupid.
I mean, look at Liv and Rhea. They could have at least put the gold on Liv for a little while.
I rest my case. Liv and Rhea were phenomenal. And what did you do? You done plumb fucked it up.
Exactly. I mean, that was an amazing tag team. You had the right two people together for an amazing tag team with an amazing run, and you fuck it all up.
I mean, goddamn, Tamina and Nia would have worked.
Yeah? I mean, you could have
The villain Mandy was great.
I mean, if you still really had to Nia, you could have had, like you said, Nia and Tamina win the titles and be part of the Bloodline. They have all the gold almost at that point.
I give up. I quit. I give up on life.
Hey man, I'm just saying.
I don't even know what the hell happened on SmackDown. I'm scared to look.
I mean, an RK-Bro beat down on the Bloodline.
I did see it, but was it on SmackDown or was it on Raw? Where they snuck up and they dropped the Usos.
Raw, if I'm correct, Raw they snuck up and dropped the Usos. SmackDown, they came out and beat that ass one more time.
Oh, God. All right, let's look. Let's look. Let's take a look. Aaliyah versus Charlotte Flair in a non-title match.
I don't think that match happened because I think Charlotte attacked Aaliyah for Aaliyah winning last week, and then Ronda and Charlotte coming in and giving the good old
it doesn't. I'm just going. I see the headline and I'm just reading. Right?
No, you're good.
Why the fuck is Drew Gulak relevant here?
Because each week they've been trying to give him something to do. He's wanting a job.
All right. So I'm on Bleacher Report, and this is great. So they have a top moments after everything they're highlighting here.
Correct.
And one of the top moments for Aaliyah versus Charlotte is that Jamie Noble, Pat McAfee's love and excitement for the little things is infectious. The very next one is Sasha Banks versus Shayna Baszler. And the next McAfee quote is, "No, no, no, not the future endeavors stomp." McAfee exclaimed, hilariously naming Baszler's trademark stomp of an opponent's exposed arm. I love that. Absolutely terrible news for Drew Gulak, McAfee exclaimed as the ring general made his way to the ring regarding happy talk with Madcap Moss and Drew Gulak versus Gunther.
Yeah, Gulak got he got a mohole stomped in his ass, walked dry 6 times over before Walter walked out that ring. Probably gonna go to Walter Chopper too.
There's just so much chaos. And none of it was good.
You know, Sammy versus Nakamura. Sammy winning by count out.
Which, if you go back to 2016 and look at TakeOver Dallas, that was match of the year, match of the decade, match of the millennium, and then they did this bullshit.
I mean, Sammy did exactly say he was gonna, beat Shinsuke for Roman. I mean, he told Heyman he'd do that, and he kind of did.
Yeah.
I mean, the Usos haven't been beating RK-Bro like they're supposed to, so somebody's got to pull some of the weight.
Yeah, but let's go to run-in. Our run-in section, because I'm done talking wrestling. I can't do it anymore. Our run-in is brought to you by our friends at EXP Realty. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, looking for a change in career brokerage, contact Alan Foy of EXP Realty LLC at 302-682-8820 or visit him at alan.foy@exprealty.com. We also want to give a big shout out to our friends at Gleason's Bar, located at 6700 Mill Creek Avenue in Levittown, Pennsylvania. Use promo code A2D for 10% off your order, whether you dine in, order takeout, or order online at gleasonsbarandsteaks.com. I'm still waiting for somebody to send me a Trenton-style Philly cheesesteak. I will accept all forms of you sending it to me. So I'm just throwing that out there as well. What do you got for run-in? It was Free Comic Book Day. We can't talk Doctor Strange like we would want to because your dumbass hasn't seen it yet.
Nope, I'm gonna try to go see it next Sunday.
So we will we'll touch base on it later at a later date. We'll try to get Chucks and Pete on for that as well.
The final Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer dropped this week.
Phenomenal! I'm so excited for that.
Dude, Uncle Owen burning the hell out of Obi-Wan.
It was the best.
Like, bro.
Because that goes to show that Uncle Owen knew more than we were led to believe about everything that had gone on.
Yep. Because for those that haven't watched the trailer yet, we have Obi-Wan talking about wanting to train Luke when he's old enough. But then you have Owen going, oh, you mean like he trained his father? Like, oh my God.
And so, like, my buddy's been here. I told you that. I've alluded to that a couple of times. And he's been on our show in different aspects over the years. And all we've done is watch Star Wars clips and things on Watch Mojo and different scenes and whatnot have you. And the what ifs. You need to look up I'll give them a shout out because I think it's warranted. Look up Star Wars theory.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Star Wars What If comics.
No, there are What If comics.
There's a whole series on a What If.
Tell me more.
Basically, man, it's been a while since I've read them. A long while, actually. But it kind of takes, if Yoda's actually got into it more, instead of staying on Dagobah, he actually leaves Dagobah. If, Leia turned instead of Luke, or they got Vader to turn back, Vader's in a white suit instead of black.
I've heard about that.
But I mean,
now is this a graphic novel or is this just comics?
I think they've got a graphic novel of it.
If you can find it,
I can look it up real quick.
Just to give
you a name, because it was. Okay, I guess not, but I'll find it later. Let y'all know next time.
Or even a collection, like one book that I can read that has all of them in there.
Yeah.
Right? I think that would be phenomenal. But we've been watching all these different what ifs, and we'll give Star Wars Theory a big shout out there because some of the stuff he does is it's really good. But if you haven't sat down and watched some of them, and they're good in the sense that they make you think, right? They may not be the best, but you're like, oh, you know what? You can take this aspect and go in this direction with it.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just really good. It's really wholesome stuff. I love it.
Star Wars Infinities.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes like A New Hope and kind of changes things up a little bit. Return of the Jedi, basically the original trilogy, and just kind of gives it a twist of what if this happened versus what if this happened.
I'd love to see them do it on the prequel trilogy.
I would love to see them turn it into either a live action TV series or hell, even a movie. You could do it in a movie.
Yeah, definitely. I got nothing else. Just next week we'll do that. We'll say this now. No show next week. I inadvertently double booked myself, and I cannot get out of what I booked myself for. And because we were supposed to be at Mission Pro next week, because they are doing Don't Stop Me Now at Southern Star Brewery in Conroe. We're sponsoring Kylan King. If you guys go out there, they do meet and greets after, like at intermission and afterwards. If you haven't met Kylan, you need to go meet her. I think she's phenomenal to talk to. We've had her on the program both times we've done a show out there. I think getting her insight and talking to her it's phenomenal. The Renegade Twins are going up against Bougie Reality for the Mission Pro Wrestling tag titles. I as much as I love the Renegades, I think Bougie is taking it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I had a blast talking to them last time too. They were a trip. Rashay stays in character, and Maddie is very down to earth and just very happy to be there. But Kylan's in that match against Genocide. And I forget who else. It's going to be a triple threat match. And they're all tall women. And you know it's going to be a slobber knocker for sure. I can't wait. I really can't. I might actually. It's on title match or title pro or something like that. It's all over the social media how you can watch it. I actually might buy it and watch it where I'm at next week. I might put my AirPod in and sit there on my phone and watch. Like that. That's how excited I am and how upset I'm going to be that I'm missing it next week. If I could get away with doing both, I would. But those shows typically run to like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I can't do both. But you guys need to go show them some love. If you're in the Conroe area, definitely get out there. Tickets are super affordable. And Southern Star has phenomenal beers on tap all the time. And it's a really fun place to be. They do it inside their warehouse. So yeah, it's a little warm, it's a little toasty. I'm not upset that I'm missing that. But it's just a great atmosphere. You're around true independent wrestling fans, and it's just really fun. But we are going to get out of here tonight, guys. We're going to give a big shout out to all our sponsors, including our show sponsor, Allen Z Travel. They're specializing in creating the vacation of your dreams at Disney, Universal, or wherever your heart calls you. Let their talented team of travel experts, including yours truly, create a custom vacation for you without any of the stress. Make sure when you talk to them, you tell them In This Very Ring sent you. Alon Z, let's go. For those of you nerd fans, if you don't get why we keep saying Alon Z, it's a Doctor Who reference. Rachel is a big Doctor Who fan, and Alon's means let's go in French, so it all works out in the end. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. Check him out on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. 2 locations, Burlington and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our doc. Make him yours. BetUS, online leading sports book. Make sure you use that link for 125% sign-up bonus. Area Public Adjusting. Give them a call at 813-564-3364. If you have damage to your home or property, they might be able to help you. They're licensed in Florida and Pennsylvania. No ramp booth tomorrow because of Mother's Day, but all campus is out there at the Ocean City Boardwalk. They're giving 20% off everything in store, including hats, shirts, and team cornhole sets. Remember, Ramp Booth is a show that if you're down in Ocean City, you sign up, you get to jump on the air and talk about whatever you want with John and Rob Brinkman. And again, and I want to go back to that. Big shout out to those guys. If you were living under a rock during the NFL draft, Rob and John drove to Vegas. They did 2 shows on Wednesday, a show on Thursday, a show on Friday. I think they did a show on... No, they didn't do a show on Friday. I'm sorry. But they did the 2 shows on Wednesday, the show on Thursday. I think they did a show Saturday. I don't remember. There's so many damn shows that week. But they crushed it. They killed it. Very, very proud of what they did out there and the way they represented HUD Radio. I know everybody here, we were singing their praises in our private chat over the week. I wanted to show them some love on air. I think they deserve it. They earned it. They killed it. Way to go for them. Fan Up is the best way to enjoy fantasy sports, daily NBA contests, and more. Win great prizes. Sign up today. Promo code HUD for 5,000 bonus points. That's a $50 value. It's only available on the App Store, so you Android people, come to the dark side. We have cookies. Actually, I have macaroons downstairs. I heard my buddy.
Wait. Are you trying to get us Android users to turn to Apple?
Yes.
Not going to happen.
Yes, I am.
In a million years, no matter what kind of food you have.
Don't tell me that, because I will find your kryptonite. You have one. You're a fluffy man.
Good fucking luck.
Right. Speaking of food, Gleason's Bar is located at 6700 Mill Creek Avenue in Levittown, Pennsylvania, my hometown. Use promo code AHD for 10% off your order, whether you dine in, take out, or order online. Gleason'sBarandSteaks.com. They have a Trenton-style cheesesteak. It has pork roll on it. You need to go try it, and you also need to mail me one. I hope you know I'm getting Ryan to gift that.
Okay.
That's fair. And then, big shout out to...
129.30 to 129.40.
Oh, I know. Way ahead of you. And then big shout out to our friends at Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with code HUD at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. We're excited to be part of the Manscaped family. They're excited to be part of the HUD family. Guys, that is it for us here in this very ring. I won't get into details, but now, more than ever, make sure you tell the ones that you love them, because you never know when tomorrow never comes. So tell somebody you love them. Peace, love, and joy. We out!